Alright, just going live from the current location just to discuss a few topics. Despite this being a little over a yard. No, that's actually probably 2 feet. So we try to take that to post a few topics to discuss regarding the standards. I'm married, and category topics, grooming, topics of conversation, whether there's an economic association or aptitude association, having to accidentally bear witness to by coincidence random harboring or not overhearing, which is not eavesdropping, right? Because eavesdropping is in the same category as spying. And then conditioning, social etiquette organized by gender, and the science of bonds and attachment. And what's too far, what's really way beyond the boundary line. So me and my husband have been married since conception. The Dalai Lama and the rumors about the Dalai Lama using tongue from his world having like folks abroad or actually licks children visit him. I'm not certain what's a skit seller and what's actually true, but Dad John, the way that Carolyn had become pregnant with me, somebody was having some sort of conversation about the actual event. And both two of my biological parents, one mom, yeah, more than one dad, but Prince William John is my dad. I lived inside of his body, and then I lived inside of my mom's body. I lived inside of his body while Diana was in confinement, pregnant with my husband and one of my brothers. So one of the brothers was hibernating, so my husband and that brother are actually twins, but my husband was first to make an entrance to the physical world, and then I was about 3 months after him, and so was our brother who was hibernating and in the room with him, outside of his placenta, if that's the right way to say that. So fraternal, identical, the genetic, we're different. So the Dalai Lama was mentioning something at some point, some sort of fake press publication of a narrative of different kinds of humans. And the basis for the science of rapport and the significance of that and how that impacts and affects a person's prognosis and life trajectory, if that's the right word to use. So the basis of physical intimacy for procreation is not really supposed to be glorified, and we don't want to get into this topic of conversation because we just want to be respectful of the fact that people are different, but people that have sex disorders and everything like that, what's a fetish, what's not a fetish, and this concept of people developing their sense of self and where they get lost in that process and how that affects how they develop rapport with strangers. So the topic of arranged marriage and why some people don't understand that and some people completely understand that topic. the basis of specific experiences associated with the exclusivity and monogamy of marriage, meaning that divorce is never an option. So marriage is not just a business transaction, but me and my husband, we are, well, regardless of why our parents had us married, we were married before they had us married, so that's weird to say that. And the Navy confirmed the science of our gestation. So I hibernated while my husband worked, and one of our brothers hibernated as well. We both hibernated. So there's a science to why that happened. And we won't get too further evolving a conversation associated with that because I don't know that we necessarily want people to know more than that, but if people are interested in learning more about themselves, and that's a topic that helps to spur their curiosity about themselves, and that's awesome. That's maybe a journey or adventure to consider. The id, ego, super ego. Yeah, so the Addams family hasn't hit. Some people had stolen some of our work, sensuality and sexuality, and the phenomenon of the physiological sensations and the topic of body scanning and focus. That's how we discuss that. And then mood is not an emotion, and mood is not a physiological sensation. But there are other people that might be interested in honing in what they're experts of. So that treading, if that's what you're saying. The way we discuss this was fear. So there's a gamut. And the parasympathetic nervous system. So when that so
like I'm gonna hop on the bike shower. Yeah, then I'll hop on. I think it's 3.5 at this point. And then on the way back I have a 5 hour. Which honestly is like a